has expired. And as the Broncos shop their former starting quarterback, the big question now is where will Tebow land? The prospects include the New York Jets, the Jacksonville Jaguars, also the Miami Dolphins, and the Green Bay Packers that have interest. Should Tim Tebow be a starting quarterback in the NFL next season?
You're asking me?
Well, I think he just answered it.
Of course he should. you know what? I got to say up front, I am outraged by what I've heard over the last 48 hours. The venom being spewed at and about Tim Tebow is completely out of bounds.
We're going to talk about that later.
We'll talk about the psychological motivation for said venom later.
That's something.
And it's clear. It's out there.
That's something you wanted to talk about. You brought it up. I can't wait to talk about it.
And I do take it personally because I'm going to step back and say, in a vacuum, I saw a quarterback last year who took over a bad football team and won 7 of his first 8 starts. He wound up with 6, not 3 or 4, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. He swept the AFC West on the road and did win the division. By hook or crook, however you want to discount it, he won the AFC West. His team won the AFC West.
With a 1-4 handicap to start
off with. He went 8-5 overall, which included a first-round playoff win over the then #1 ranked defense, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who did suffer injuries during the game, but they still had a lot of their stalwarts out there. Polamalu, James Harrison. Yeah, I can just go on. Okay, he beat the #1 ranked.
You didn't say Ike Taylor.
You know what? I caught myself. I started to say Ike, and I thought, no, I better not throw that one out there. You'll jump all over me on that one.
I like him, but my God.
Yeah, I saw your wheels turning.
I said,
good job slapping on the brakes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Glad you caught
There
me.
you go.
In a vacuum, if I told you that player X had achieved all that in basically his rookie year of starting, you'd say, my God. He's Pro Bowl bound next year. This team must be on the verge, right? This team's maybe a dark horse Super Bowl pick next year. No, he's out. You're saying he's a scrub. You're saying Peyton Manning's a better quarterback on crutches than this guy who did all that.
And I mean every word of it.
What about the eye test? You always speak to the eye test. Forget the numbers now. Does he pass your eye test?
So you say Peyton will be better in the first half. Will he be better in the fourth quarter? That Peyton Manning who's 9-10 in the postseason? I don't know. I don't know, because my eye test, every fourth quarter, I saw a different quarterback. I saw a really accurate quarterback.
I'm going to pause. Take a deep breath. You don't know if Peyton Manning's going to be better in the
I don't know that. I really don't know that.
Really?
Really, I don't know that. Because this was some special stuff. This was rare. This was unheard of what this kid did with a bad football team in the fourth quarter. So now let's look ahead to next year. I made a list last night. I got to 7. I went 7 deep in order of priority. These 7 NFL teams, if they started Tim Tebow next year, I'm talking about not an H-back or tight end. I'm talking about as their starting quarterback over their current incumbent starter. They would win more games than they would with said incumbent starter. Okay, we start with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay. Throw them out the mix. Okay, I'll give you that. Who's after that?
Cleveland Brown, Jay's team. Okay? Colt McCoy. Christian Ponder in Minnesota. I'll take Tim Tebow any day or night. He beat Christian Ponder. Outgunned him up there 35-32 in Minneapolis. Miami Dolphins. You can, again, I have respect for Matt Moore. I just think Tebow he'd walk in the door and energize that fan base, and it would explode, because that's another team on the verge with a lot of talent in that locker room. The Oakland Raiders have talent galore. I'm not sold on what's left of Carson Palmer. I thought he was pretty awful last year. Tebow, as a Raider, put on the silver and black, that they would go crazy.
Remember, though, Carson came off the street, no training camp. And
I'm just saying, that's just me.
And the black hole, the silver
I'm just
black,
saying.
That's like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Hey, wait.
I don't know about
I've heard from a whole lot of Raider fans. I've heard from a lot of Raider fans on Twitter who said, please give us Tebow. He's our kind of guy. He's silver and black. He's got
these tweets to me. I
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he their kind of guy? Because maybe on the football field, but hey, the fan base.
Well, what do I say in the video? He's a gamer. He's a baller. He's a, I don't like, shot caller. What's the rest of it? Playmaker shot caller. Yeah, in case you didn't know.
Hey, right? That's my line.
Yeah. Okay. And now I get to my 6th team, the Arizona Cardinals. They went after Peyton Manning. Do you like Kevin Kolb? I said before, I'm not a hypocrite. I said up front, I don't like Kevin Kolb. What I saw of him in Philly, I'm not buying it. Again, as a leader, as a charismatic figure, as a playmaker, as a guy who makes fourth quarter plays, he turned that franchise around. Okay, I'm not finished. The Buffalo Bills, talent galore up there.
Fitzpatrick.
I'm not buying. I'm sorry, they're not buying. He's a mistake maker.
Well,
they're the guys that play make.
Buffalo's buying, Ryan.
Well, I don't buy it. Okay, and you want to look at that string of interceptions he threw as they cratered last year? Again, as the leader of the football team, as a dynamic, intangibly driven, against the grain, shatter the mold, walk in the door, change the whole culture player, it's Tim Tebow. I take him in any of this is just me. I'm on the record. He would win more games than those incumbent quarterbacks would win next year, okay?
There's no hope for you.
See, I think I backed you into a corner. I think this means you're out of bullets over there.
I'm never out of bullets, Skip. It's just that, I had a dream. I did.
You have a dream,
I had a dream. I thought I was going to come in the show today. I had a big smile on my face, and I was like, he has nowhere to go. There's no hope.
Oh, no.
This is just a beautiful day because everything that I said has come to fruition. And still, you sit up here with that Joker smile, that face of yours, the Emmy on your shoulder, the hope it well deserved. But I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, I'm like this. This man, there's no hope for him. There's just no hope for him. Let's go down the list, okay? You sat there, you said initially, I noticed how you got your list. See, people don't listen to you. They don't know you like I do. You have a list of teams you believe Tim Tebow would be more successful at than the quarterback that they have in that position already. But what you said a few days ago is that if indeed Peyton Manning were to come to Denver before it would made official, that there would be at least 7 teams that would be calling for Tim Tebow starting NFL quarterback. Did you not say that?
I said 6 or 8.
6 or 8, okay?
Okay, we got up to 4 already, and that's all we might not know that there's...
You're not listening. You're not listening. Yeah, they called. But none of them have called for him as a starter. You got the Jets talking about...
The Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah, again, I apologize. I'm dismissing them because that's a given. We've all understood months ago that if he were to go anywhere, that Jacksonville would want him, the owners on the record saying he would want Tim Tebow. So I'm dismissing Jacksonville. Outside of Jacksonville, there is not one single team, count them, not one, as in 0, outside of Jacksonville, that wants this dude to be their starting quarterback, okay? The Jets want him for the Wildcat office. The Wildcat office, because Ronnie Brown ran it for Sperano in Miami, when he used it with Ronnie Brown, okay? Then you're talking about Green Bay. Is he supposed to be starting ahead of Aaron Rodgers? We won't even discuss that.
Maybe one day.
You should be drug tested.
No, I shouldn't. Maybe one day.
Somebody drug test him right now. Right now. You
How long did it take Aaron Rodgers?
You should be drug tested right on this set.
No, I shouldn't.
Ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think we can do that.
No, stop it. They should sit
You should be background tested right now.
They should make you take a urine. They should make you take a urine sample right now. That's ridiculous. Okay. Now we look at these other teams. Okay. Yeah, you have a good point. Cleveland, maybe Minnesota, Christian Ponder, Colt McCoy doesn't exactly tickle.
Well, they're trying to bring along their own young guys, though.
Listen, the point is this: you're missing the point in all of this, and that is everything that you keep bringing up. You're forgetting the fact that the film is out now. We've seen what Tim Tebow brings to the table. Okay, he's not an aberration. He's not an anomaly. He's not an enigma. We know what's coming at us now. We've got time. We've got film to prepare. Last year was last year.